In this video, we're going to tell you how to spend 30 days in Vietnam. We are RJ and Jasmina, and we both have been to Vietnam around 3 times now, and by the end of this video, you're going to have a clear idea of what the country offers so you could plan your trip accordingly. Vietnam is a massive country packed with buzzing cities, mountain villages, ancient towns, and some of the most stunning landscapes Southeast Asia has to offer. We're gonna start off in the south and work our way up to the north. Of course, you could also do it the other way from north to south. Regardless, this route hits vibrant cities, UNESCO sites, jaw-dropping mountain roads, and legendary food spots, giving you the ultimate Vietnam experience in just 1 month. But before we start this video, we'd appreciate it if you take a second to like this video and consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't done so yet for more travel tips like these. And without further ado, let's get right into the video.
Your journey starts in Ho Chi Minh City. This is one of the most energetic cities in Southeast Asia. With nearly 9 million motorbikes on the road, crossing the street here can feel like a real-life video game. But that chaos is part of the charm. This city is where modern skyscrapers meet French colonial architecture and deep wartime history. Some of the top things you absolutely can't miss include visiting the War Remnants Museum to understand Vietnam's modern history, exploring the Notre Dame Cathedral and the beautiful Central Post Office designed by Gustave Eiffel's team, and diving into the famous Ben Thanh Market for street food and souvenirs. Many travelers also take a half-day trip to the Cu Chi Tunnels, an underground network used during the Vietnam War. Ho Chi Minh City is also known for its incredible food scene, so don't leave without trying pho, banh mi, and Vietnamese iced coffee.
Next, you're gonna head up to Da Lat, a place that feels completely different from the rest of Vietnam. Da Lat sits at about 1,500 meters above sea level, giving it cooler temperatures and a landscape filled with pine forests, waterfalls, and flower farms. Because of its climate, the French once used it as a summer retreat during colonial times. One of the most unique attractions here is the Crazy House, a surreal architectural wonder that looks like something out of a fantasy movie. You can also visit Elephant Falls, explore the beautiful flower garden around Xuan Hong Lake, and check out the colorful Da Lat night market. Adventure lovers come here for canyoning, mountain biking, and hiking through the surrounding hills.
After Da Lat, you'll travel to Hoi An, one of the most charming towns in all of Southeast Asia. This ancient trading port dates back more than 400 years and is now famous for its lantern-lit streets and beautifully preserved architecture. At night, the entire old town glows with thousands of colorful lanterns reflecting off the river, creating one of the most magical atmospheres in Vietnam. Some must-do experiences include walking through the old town, visiting the iconic Japanese covered bridge, taking a lantern boat ride on the Tu Bon River, and getting custom clothes made at one of Hoi An's famous tailors. Food lovers should also try local specialties like khao lao noodles. This is the only place in Vietnam that serves this dish authentically.
And just a short ride away is Da Nang, a modern coastal city that blends beaches, mountains, and unique attractions. I've said it before and I'll say it again, this is like the Miami of Southeast Asia. Da Nang is home to the famous Golden Bridge, the massive walkway held up by a giant handstone that quickly became one of Vietnam's most photographed landmarks. You'll also want to visit the Marble Mountains, a cluster of limestone hills filled with caves, temples, and incredible viewpoints. Mai Kay Beach is another highlight, known for its long stretch of soft sand and beautiful sunsets. Da Nang is also famous for its Dragon Bridge, which actually breathes fire and water on weekend nights. You also have the option of doing the Hai Van Pass, which is a good warm-up to the Ha Giang Loop up north.
From Da Nang, continue north to the historic imperial city of Hue. Hue was once the capital of Vietnam during the Nguyen dynasty and is packed with royal history and architecture. The centerpiece of the city is the massive imperial city, a sprawling complex of palaces, temples, and gates surrounded by stone walls and a moat. Another highlight is taking a boat ride along the Perfume River to visit the iconic Dien Mu Pagoda. Just outside the city, you can also explore the elaborate royal tombs of former emperors of Tu Duc and Khai Dinh, just to name a few, which are some of the most fascinating historical sites in Vietnam. Next, head further north to Ninh Binh, often called as Ha Long Bay on land. Instead of ocean waters, towering limestone cliffs rise dramatically out of rice fields and winding rivers. One of the best experiences here is taking a boat ride through the Tang An or Tam Kok River systems, where local rowers guide you through caves and past stunning karst formations. You can also climb to the top of Hang Mua viewpoint for one of the most famous panoramic views in Vietnam. Ninh Binh is also home to Bai Dinh Pagoda, one of the largest temples complexes in Southeast Asia.
And then after that comes one of the most adventurous parts of this trip, the legendary Ha Giang Loop. This multi-day motorbike journey takes you through some of the most dramatic mountain scenery in all of Southeast Asia. The Ha Giang province sits near the Chinese border and is known for its towering limestone mountains, deep valleys, jaw-dropping landscape, and winding roads. Along the loop, you'll pass through remote villages, rice terraces, and mountain passes like the famous Ma Pi Lang Pass, often called the most beautiful road in Vietnam, but also labeled as the most dangerous loop in Southeast Asia. Many travelers, including myself, will say this experience alone makes the trip to Vietnam unforgettable, and is hands down one of the best things you can do here in Southeast Asia.
Next up is Ha Long Bay, one of the country's most iconic destinations and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This bay is famous for its thousands of limestone islands rising out of emerald green waters, creating one of the most recognizable landscapes in the world. The best way to experience Ha Long Bay is on an overnight cruise where you can kayak between the islands, explore hidden caves, swim in quiet lagoons, and watch incredible sunsets from the deck of the boat. And a fun fact, there are more than 1,600 limestone islands scattered through the bay.
After Ha Long Bay, head into the mountains again to visit Sapa, a region famous for its terraced rice fields and ethnic minority villages. The landscape here changes dramatically with the seasons, from vibrant green rice terraces in summer to golden harvest fields in the fall. Sapa is also home to Phan Xipang, the tallest mountain in Indochina, often called the roof of Vietnam. Visitors can hike through valleys to villages like Cat Cat or Ta Van, meet local Hmong and Dao communities, and take a cable car up Phan Xipang for panoramic views over the surrounding mountains.
Finally, your journey ends in Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam and one of the oldest cities in Southeast Asia. With over 1,000 years of history, Hanoi has completely different energy than Ho Chi Minh City, blending ancient traditions with buzzing street life. The heart of the city is the Old Quarter, where narrow streets are packed with food stalls, coffee shops, and local markets. Must-see spots include Hon Kim Lake and the Nok Song Temple. Hanoi is also one of the best places in the country to experience Vietnamese street food, from pho and bun cha to egg coffee. Make sure you try the egg coffee in Cafe Giang here in Hanoi, where it was originally created and started.
And that's how you spend 30 days traveling through Vietnam, from the buzzing streets of Ho Chi Minh City all the way up to the mountains of Ha Giang and the historic charm of Hanoi. This route gives you a little bit of everything from culture, history, authentic, memorable experiences, incredible landscapes, and some of the best food you'll find anywhere in the world. If Vietnam is on your travel bucket list, this 30-day itinerary is one of the best ways to experience the country from south to north. And if you've watched this far and enjoyed this guide or found it helpful while planning your trip, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more travel tips like these, and see you in the next one.